everyone, I'm doing donation-based readings. Still getting set up at the moment. I'm going to be using the Shadowscapes Tarot, and I've got my Fool's Journey deck that I made. Let me grab something to cleanse with. Alright, I'm going to use this rose musk incense. I did not grab a lighter. What is wrong with me, guys? I have not grabbed like half of what I need. Crazy stuff. Anyways, I'm going to set that right there while I grab a lighter. Luckily, we've got one in every room of the house. So these are donation-based readings. Here in a second, I'm going to put the link for getting in the queue in the comments. Bear with me. Well, let's see how I do that. This is actually my first time in a long time getting on TikTok to go live. I want to do a comment. How do I do that? Let's go live with guests. Quick invites. No. Hi, Trudy. Ah, there we go. Comments. Don't mind me, I'm just putting the link in the comments to join the queue and schedule your question. I am taking live questions as well, but the ones that schedule are going to get priority. But bear with me, I'm also putting my Cash App in the chat. Minimum donation is $1. And I got one more to put in here, and that is my Venmo. There we go. 3 ways to pay. I'll be watching as closely as I can on the comments, but seeing as I have everything set up the way that I do, it's going to be a little awkward. But I'm watching my calendar to see if anything comes through. In the meantime, I'll go ahead and cleanse. Hope everybody's doing okay. I'll give this a moment, and then I will start probably just doing collective readings in the in-between. I guess I'll go ahead and start a collective reading. Let's start with one of those. See what kind of energy we've got going on for tonight. Oh, there's one. See if we got anything else that wants to come out before I pull it. Yep. Alright, collective has a pretty decently sized spread, so let's go ahead and get started with that. Okay, so we have the Three of Pentacles reversed, Seven of Wands reversed, Queen of Cups reversed, the Lovers, Strength, Four of Pentacles, and the Six of Wands. What we're seeing right now over here in the past, some of y'all are coming out of a pretty difficult third-party situation. But you're heading towards something new. This is a learning opportunity for you guys. For some of you, this is a situation where you are getting over a past betrayal. You're either moving on with someone new or healing so you can move forward with the person who did betray you. Obviously, the people who are dealing with that, you're gonna have to hold them to higher standards. You're gonna have to really stand firm in your boundaries. For a lot of you, the third party might be your person moving on with someone else. But for a lot of you, this is just getting over one person and moving into a new chapter of your life. Because what we're seeing here is trying and failing to hold on to something, trying to collaborate and just make something work that wasn't working. But then where the Lovers comes in, the energy changes, and we're seeing strength, we're seeing stability, we're seeing recognition. The work that you're putting in is not going unnoticed. Your person is noticing. Your new person, if that's the case, is noticing. And hey, even that third party's noticing. They're like, I better watch myself. This is an impossible transition to miss. You are becoming who you are meant to be. And it sucks right now. Or it just finished sucking. But things are going to turn around fairly soon. A lot of you are probably in the same situation as me, where you're just ready to fight God and don't care which one. But this is unfortunately your 5 millionth lesson in patience. Let's see. Edgar is going to ask me out and be her girlfriend. Maybe. Let's see if that's something that you want me to pull on. The scheduling link is at the top, or you can scroll up and find my Cash App and my Venmo. Minimum donation is just $1. So if that's something that you want to look into, let's see, your username is haha. I can definitely pull on that. Just let me know. And I'm not watching these super closely, so please keep on top of me. The easiest way to ensure that your question gets asked and answered is to schedule ahead on Acuity, which is that link that I posted up at the top. It's sacred-hearth.as.me/live now. I'm watching for appointments on my computer. I'm gonna see if I can see stuff on my computer with the live. Oh, that's someone else's live. That's not what I need. There's my live. Can I see the comments? Natalie, I'll do some collectives in between. The minimum donation's $1. Let me put the links back in here, or see if I can pin them real quick, actually. Can that be pinned? Won't let me pin it. So I'll just have to put everything back in here. There we go. Let's see if it'll let me pin it from my phone. No, not what I'm trying to do. Okay, I'll just have to watch. But I will do another collective reading here in a moment if I don't see any scheduled. I mean, feel free to ask your questions. If I have the time, I'll go ahead and get to them. These are first come, first serve, so paid ones are going to take priority. I'm going to be paying attention. But yeah, I'll do some free questions as well. Just get it in the comments. I'm able to see it on my computer now, so I don't have to keep looking back and forth. I'll go ahead and do another collective. So we've already done a third party situation collective. Let's see what else comes out for us. Okay, so we've got the Ace of Wands reversed. We've got the Ten of Swords reversed and the Knight of Cups reversed. Someone is not having a great time. What we're seeing right now is creative blocks due to resisting an end. This is somebody who is so very much obsessed with getting their life back to the way that it was, that they're not allowing themselves to get their life on track for the way that it's supposed to be. You are supposed to be doing something creative with your life. You're over here waiting on your knight in shining armor, but you're supposed to be your own knight in shining armor. And you're just not in a headspace to make it happen. And that's okay. It's understandable. Like, you're going through a lot. You just went through a terrible betrayal. I mean, we've got the Ten of Swords right here. It was a very painful ending. And it's okay that you're not ready to accept that it's the end. And it may not be the end forever, but it's definitely the end for right now. The end of the chapter, even if it's not the end of the story. Let's see if it's the end of the story. Okay, Three of Cups reversed, the World and Justice reversed. So, unfortunately, it is the end to that story. It doesn't seem fair. It hurts like hell. Everybody is telling you that this is for the best, and it probably is. It's okay for a story to end, even if it hurts. Not everything has a happy ending. In fact, most stories don't. Only fairy tales really have happy endings. But that's okay, because honestly, everything tends to turn out okay in the end, and if you're not okay, then you're not at the end. That doesn't mean that what you just went through doesn't hurt. That doesn't mean that it's not valid, that your feelings are invalid. That doesn't even mean how you're handling isn't valid. But what it does mean is that this portion of your life has come to a close. And it's really not fair of you to try and keep it going within the same story. You can write a sequel eventually, but not right now. Still watching for questions in the comments, so just reminder to all the new viewers, I'm doing donation-based readings. I have posted the payment links a couple of times, but I can post them again here in a moment. I will be doing free readings in between as I have time to do them. The best way to get yours prioritized is to schedule on my Acuity link, which I'm about to put back in, or to pay through Venmo or Cash App. So just let me grab this link again. Throw that in the comments. Venmo. Cash App. There we go. I'll give it a moment and then I will do another collective. For anybody wondering what I'm drinking, there is raspberry svedka in here and Empress Gin, a squirt of Mio, the lemonade flavor, and club soda with ice. The ice has melted. I'm going to see what the other deck has to say. This is the Fool's Journey. I made this one. It has non-distracting imagery and the meanings upright and reversed. I made it with neurodivergence in mind. Let's see if I can find some. Here's some of the other suits for you guys. And I'm seeing there's a major arcana for you. So let's shuffle. See what this deck has to say for the collective. So far, they're just calling me out. And anyone who's in a similar energy group. Let's see what this deck has to say. All right. Queen of Swords reversed. Overly emotional, easily influenced, bitchy, cold-hearted. The Eight of Pentacles reversed. Self-development, perfectionism, misdirected activity, fussing over details. The Page of Pentacles, manifestation, financial opportunity, skill development. And then Strength reversed, inner strength, self-doubt, low energy, raw emotion. This is somebody who is too in their feelings and too fussy over the details to get anything done. You've got projects that you've been putting off. You are putting off taking a class, teaching a class, I'm getting. Possibly pushing away friends. This comment is wrong. I need to reply to it. My Venmo was wrong. I had to fix it. But, yeah, somebody's been putting things off because they're big sad and they don't want to do it. And though that is valid, it's unfortunately time to boss up and make things happen for yourself. Once again, Same energy group. Y'all gotta start asking questions so I can stop reading for myself. I'm reading myself to filth over here. And I don't want to do it. We're going until 11, by the way, guys. It's 10:30 now. I'm on the East Coast. Somebody messaged me on Facebook. But it's nothing to do with this, so we will leave it alone for now. Let's cleanse their energy. Anybody still watching? Just gonna Some comments in this live were filtered to protect this community's experience. Is that me with my spam? They are donation-based readings, but if you are interested in asking a question, I'm still doing questions free as well. They will be lower priority after the paid ones, but when I have time in between, I will be doing them. At the moment, I do have time. Let's see if I can see that comment that got filtered. Maybe not. It's probably just me and my spam posting my payment links over and over. Who else had tornado warnings today? We did, over in Dalton. I had a 30-minute drive home. I was ready to shout at the gods and tell them to vacuum me up like a bug. By the time I got home, none of them wanted to fight me, so, you know, that's fun. I guess I'm gonna do another collective and try to see if another energy group comes through besides mine. Let's see. Let's focus on like an element sign. Let's go with start with Earths. I just did 2 Earth signs because that was me. I'm gonna start with Earth signs anyway. Might as well get mine out of the way. See if anything else wants to come out. Yeah. All right, Earth signs. This is all of you. Ooh, okay. 10 of Swords, painful endings, deep wounds, betrayal, loss, crisis. The 8 of Cups, disappointment, abandonment, withdrawal, escapism. The Tower, sudden change, upheaval, chaos, revelation, awakening. We're all going through it, guys. But at least we're in this together. That's great, guys. We love to see it. It's the same old story that we've just been getting this whole time. You know, hard endings, not wanting it to be a thing. Kind of withdrawing within ourselves and trying to avoid the inevitable disaster and pretend that nothing's changed. But it has, and it sucks. But here we are, and we're going to make the best of it. We're going to go down with this ship together, guys. We got this. Let's see what the fire signs got going on. Guys, when I put this on YouTube, it's going to say I read myself to filth for an hour straight because I don't have any people wanting readings right now. Let's see what the fire signs have going on. Okay, fire signs. 2 of Swords reversed. Indecision, confusion, information overload, stalemate. The Star. Hope, faith, purpose, renewal, spirituality. And the 2 of Wands. Future planning, progress, decisions, and discovery. The fire signs got it in the bag. Started out a little rocky on the confusion, you know, having a hard time. But as soon as y'all decided to take that leap of faith, y'all started planning for the future that you wanted. And I feel like I need to pull some more because I don't know what that future is for some of y'all. All right. We have strength reversed, inner strength, self-doubt, low energy, raw emotion. We have the Five of Pentacles, financial loss, poverty, lack mindset, isolation, worry. And the Lovers, love, harmony, relationships, alignment of values, choices. So, y'all made a decision for love, but it is not going well for most of the rest of your future. At least right now. Y'all chose somebody who's going to be a financial drain right now. And I don't think you're ready for it. I don't think y'all know that you made that decision. Y'all left something that might have been emotionally draining for something that's going to be financially draining. But emotionally fulfilling at this time. You're planning a future around... I'm getting you're planning a future around a fleeting moment. Let's see. Apple user, Julio is my boss, is happy about my work. Okay. Let's check in on Apple user here and Julio being happy about their work. Let's find out. We'll move on to like water signs or something after that. Career spread for Apple user here. Is Julio happy with their work? Let me also, real quick before I forget, send that again. Oh, okay, straight out of the gate, we got one. All right, Apple user. This looks like a no. So we have the Seven of Cups reversed, alignment, personal values, overwhelmed by choices. We have the Five of Pentacles, financial loss, poverty, lack mindset, isolation, worry, and the Nine of Swords, anxiety, worry, fear, depression, nightmares. I think that Julio might be worried that you are spreading yourself too thin, or that you're just not good at multitasking. One or the other. I'm going to pull a couple more, but it kind of feels like, it almost feels like they aren't sure which thing they're most worried about. I think they've assigned you some projects and they're not seeing the progress that they're really wanting out of it, but they're not sure if you're just overwhelmed or if this is just your work ethic in general. Pulling the extra cards here for clarifiers, we have the Ten of Pentacles, wealth, financial security, family, long-term success, contribution, inheritance. And then we have the Ten of Wands reversed, doing it all, carrying the burden, delegation, and release. It sounds to me like Julio does think you are spreading yourself too thin, but they think you can handle it if you just apply yourself. So my advice to you would be prioritize. Ask for help where you need it. If all goes well with these projects, if you get your time management under control, then you're looking at a positive in the long run. But if you can't find a way to manage the tasks that you're juggling, you're going to need to start looking for another job. All right, we have Angie wanting to know if she will be moving. Remember, guys, these are donation-based. Scheduling link is in the comments. I will post this one more time. Cash App and Venmo are also in there. I'm doing these as I see them for right now. But please don't forget to tip if you can. Let's go ahead and check on Angie's move. Okay, this one in the middle popped out first. All right, so we have the Seven of Swords, betrayal, deception, getting away with something, acting strategically. The Six of Wands, success, public recognition, progress, self-confidence, and death, endings, change, transformation, transition. So I'm getting a yes. This kind of leads me to believe that you might be moving for reasons that you don't want to discuss. Valid. If you are the one here getting away with something, you're only getting away with it until after you're gone. You will be discussed afterwards. Just a heads up. If you are getting away from someone who's being sneaky, it will be successful. It will once again be discussed afterwards. The transition's inevitable. You will be moving at some point, but your past is following you as you do. Just a heads up. Got about 10 more minutes on the live here while I'm between readings. I guess I'll go ahead and I'll do like water signs now. Water signs, y'all got a big one. Let's see. What y'all got going on? Y'all got a lot going on, huh? Okay. We have the Ten of Wands, burden, extra responsibility, hard work, completion. Knight of Swords reversed, restless, unfocused, impulsive, burnt out. The Seven of Swords reversed, imposter syndrome, self-deceit, keeping secrets. King of Pentacles reversed, financially inept, obsessed with wealth and status, stubborn. And the Chariot reversed, self-discipline, opposition, lack of direction. Y'all are going through it it feels like the career department. To me, this feels like somebody who took on way more than they could chew, possibly taking over a business, taking on a project, a promotion of some sort. But whatever it was, it felt like a really positive move at the time. And it turned out to be way more than you could handle. I'm getting somebody has a new appreciation for someone that they previously resented. What I'm thinking is that you took over a position where you thought that that person that was previously in the position had an easy job. And then you took that job and you very quickly realized, oh my God, this person does so much. How do they handle this much on their plate? But you're not asking for help right now. You're internalizing all of it, and it's really starting to weigh on you. You're trying to keep up appearances, but it's just not working out. The money's not where you thought it would be. The decision making really honestly sucks. The process sucks. It's just harder than you thought it would be. And that's doesn't have to be a bad thing, but it's time for you to admit it and ask for help. Whether it be from the previous holder of that position or someone higher up in the ladder, or if you are like the owner of the business and you have employees, it might be time to start delegating some of the duties. To me, I'm feeling like you feel like you don't have the right to ask for this help, but you do. And you need it right now. You gotta ask or it's not coming. Let's finish up the elements with the air signs. Let's see. What do the air signs have going on? Come here. Okay, air signs. We have Two of Pentacles, multiple priorities, time management, prioritization, adaptability. The Knight of Cups reversed, overactive imagination, unrealistic, jealous, moody. The Moon, illusion, fear, anxiety, subconscious, intuition. And the Two of Cups reversed, self-love, breakups, disharmony, distrust. So y'all, something that didn't come through the cards, but just kind of my brain thought that I saw it, was the phrase over communication. So I'm thinking that somebody's not really sure what they're doing right now. And I don't think that it's necessarily to do with money, because we have a lot more water here than we do earth. It feels like it might have a little to do with money, but not really that much. It feels more like family, friendships, relationships. This feels like somebody who's emotionally going through it over something that happened quite a while ago. The phrase over communication feels like it's coming from somewhere else. It doesn't feel like it's coming from you. So what I'm thinking might have happened is a while back you had a falling out with somebody and they tried to explain their side, but you didn't really want to hear it, and they tried to over explain to the point where it just kind of felt like attacking. And you're starting to realize that that's not what was going on. You're starting to realize that what you thought was going on really was just in your head. And I feel like if you did talk to this person about it and told them, like, hey, I'm sorry, I know that I really hurt you, that they would hear you out. This person doesn't want to hear, like, the surface level reconnection scripts, like, I miss you, it wasn't you, it was me, I was wrong. They want to hear a sincere apology and the reason why you're apologizing. Surface level reconnection means nothing to them at this time. They don't trust you. And I don't think you really trust them either. So I'm not sure why you're wanting to reconnect, other than maybe you're just feeling lonely or saw something from them on social media, or maybe a mutual friend brought them up in conversation recently. But some of you may have already reached out with the little surface level, like, I miss you, or hey, how's it going? You know, the small talk. Some of you may be typing up long paragraphs and then deleting them. Some of you may just be leaving them blocked or restricted, and it's taking everything you have not to reach out. Either way, what I'm seeing is that the lack of communication is hard on you, and I'm not sure if this, for some of you, this is frustrating due to lack of access, and for others, this is actually painful because you miss this person and value them as a person, and just want them back in your life because you care. For others, you just want access to them because you want to know if you're doing better than them, if they're doing better than you, if they were able to move on without you. I feel like this is 50-50 on the motivation, to be completely honest. But either way, there was a painful ending. You're looking to reconnect. And there is a right and wrong way to do it. And you just need to dig deep to find the right way. You need to dig deep within yourself and own up to your part in it if you want to genuinely reconnect. They'll own up to their part too. All right, guys, last chance for a reading. I'm going to give it, it's 10:59 right now. It's probably about to be 11. I'm going to give it till 11:02 before I turn it off. I was looking on my computer to look through and see if anyone's scheduled anything, but I don't see anything. I am going to go ahead and put my Venmo and Cash App back in the comments. And if you enjoyed what you saw and would like to leave a tip, those are the best places to do so. I am putting a link to my website in the comments as well. Feel free to check there for updates. We've got some events coming up. We just finished our summer solstice event at Prana Lotus here in Dalton, Georgia. Our next event coming up is July 11th. We're going to be at Summer at the Mill in Canton at the Mill on Etowah for the Greenhouse Social. We've got some more events coming up with them throughout the year, so keep an eye on the website. Follow us on Facebook, Sacred Hearth Apothecary. And that's everything. I guess we're gonna end the live. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it.